Hello. Hey, honey, I missed you too. Just marveling at my almost perfect orange peel I just did. It's so close to perfect, I'm going to trim it so it's even more aesthetically pleasing. It's really weird. I went out 3 nights in a row. It's like I never do that. I'm going to trim a little bit of pith from this. Just a little. Oh, thank you. Christ, this friggin' thing. Mic check. Which mic are we using? No, it says we're using the Yeti. So we're good. But thank you for suggesting I check that. Because it really annoys me when it uses the lesser quality one. Okay. Before we get into Laserdiscs, maybe I was just talking quiet. Or it was a bit further away from me. I can move it in here. Hey, Loogie, by the way. And Charlie. I just tapped the Yeti. I feel like that's, what would you call that? That would, I'm trying to remember the right country. Nepal. I feel like tap the Yeti is Nepalese slang for sex. Hey, baby, you want to tap the Yeti tonight? Hey, if you know what I mean. All right, I am going to shoot a book video, but it's all scripted, and I don't actually have to mix anything up. I think this is going to be relatively quick. Label maker, why are you on there? Because I was making a bunch of labels. That's why I was on there. You got Cheech and Chong up in smoke. Barbie, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Still haven't seen that. And Little Things. Okay, watch Cheech and Chong. I was really impressed with how good the direction and cinematography in the movie is. Not so much the script and the acting and everything, but last time, I didn't watch all of it. I was watching bits of it, and I was really marveling at, this is really well shot. This is really well made. Is it Loogie? You've awoken once more. Fight with your landlord over dishwasher flooding the apartment. God damn. That sucks. Okay. You know what? I am just going to stir this drink up. So I will actually make it before I do the talky bit. So, okay. How many times do I say it wouldn't be me if I friggin' didn't forget? I forgot all the camera gear. Damn it. I do. Okay. This. And we're making the same excuse for 4 years. Ugh. Yeah, no, they're obvious scumbags. If I can take them on. All right. Let's get this over here. Put the camera on. Okie dokie. Artichoke. See how quickly I can do this. Take them with the cord there. Okay. Nice in there. All right. This. Fuck. Forgot my jigger as well. I had to wash it. God damn it. Oh, God, I can't imagine that I forgotten anything else, but never say never, I guess. Right. Okay. On and on and on and on and on. Okay. Pull this on. And so fuck, that tastes good. No wonder it was my favorite cocktail of 2025. And spritz some oil, spritz the some oil. Okay. Over here out of the way. Turn that off. Gotta take a thumbnail picture. Right there. Right there. On and on and on and on. Let's go. Looking pretty good to me. Now I want my script and I do the talky bit. Turn this around. Okay. Wo ist meine Post? That goes there. And I think we're about ready to go. Let's get this set up. Let's do this. Ready? Last check of the camera. That's looking good. G'day, cocktail lovers. It's time for another bit of vanity as I fill up the book with some of my favorite cocktails that I've found around the world. This time, yet again, I'm putting an original in here. That's right, along with recipes from some of the best bartenders in the world, I have decided something I came up with is worth going in there. And I'm not just saying that. I did a taste test of my favorites from 2025, remade my top 10, and this one, which I call the Quadrant, turned out to be my favorite from the whole list. The idea for this cocktail started with how lazy I am. I had the idea I wanted something when I'm live streaming to quickly stir up a cocktail and when I'm too lazy to squeeze some citrus, or even go to the fridge in another room and get citrus that I squeezed earlier. The next decision I made is fairly arbitrary. I wanted this to be 4 equal parts. I wanted it to be a bit more complex than just an old-fashioned, which is my go-to. But obviously, try that again. The next decision I made was fairly arbitrary. I wanted this to be 4 equal parts cocktail, somewhat like the last word template, but without the citrus. I wanted this to be more complex than a standard old-fashioned, which is my go-to when I'm just mixing up a lazy drink. Once I went 4 equal parts, and this should be called a quadrant, I did a bit of research to go, is there recipes online someone's already published called the quadrant, and could I just take them rather than make up my own? I found a few that weren't 4 parts. They called it a quadrant, but not 4-part cocktail. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. I eventually did find one that was 4 equal parts, but one of the ingredients was flavored vodka. Vodka is such a bullshit cocktail ingredient. It was not going to be one of the 4 parts in my quadrant. Oh, and nobody bother with pedantry and say quadrant doesn't mean 4 equal parts. Actually, it sounds cool. That's why I'm going for it. No one likes your pedantry. It's annoying. One idea I did take from the 4 equal parts quadrant I found was using dry vermouth to cut the sweetness, because there are a few sweeter ingredients in here, and rather than have it just be all sweetness, the dry vermouth is a nice contrast in here. Having said that, stepping through the ingredients, first I'm using this orange gin from a local distiller, Marionette. Now this is very local to me, but I'm sure you can find something suitable where you are. Lots of innovative distillers around the world. Next, I'm adding orange liqueur, namely my homemade blood orange liqueur, and it just so happens coming into blood orange season where I am, so I'll be making a new batch of this soon. I'm also including yellow chartreuse, but if you're one of the people who has trouble sourcing yellow chartreuse, I recommend do a bit of experimentation. Use something herbal, or maybe even something in the Amaro range that you like, just something that contrasts with the other elements. And finally, as mentioned, I am using dry vermouth, and this is another local product, Maiden Eye's Classic Vermouth. That's all the ingredients, and the beauty of an equal parts cocktail, you can scale it up or down, make yourself a smaller or bigger drink, make a batch. If you're making just one for yourself or someone else, I'd recommend 3/4 of an ounce of each element, or maybe 1 ounce if you're feeling like treating yourself. I decided I'm going to make a batch and barrel age it, so I'm doing 250 mils of each element, but it's pretty simple to make. We make it like this. I'm going with 1 part of the orange gin, then 1 part orange liqueur, then 1 part yellow chartreuse, rounding things out with 1 part dry vermouth. Then it goes in the barrel, and I wait a couple of weeks for the barrel to do its magic. After taking it out of the barrel, I decided to run it through a paper coffee filter, because it really helps with the clarity of the drink, and also you do sometimes pick up some of the scorched wood. When taking it out of the barrel, I decided to run it through a paper coffee filter. That really helps with the clarity of the cocktail, and you can pick up some of the char from the inside of the barrel, and I didn't really want that in my drink, so it's come out really nicely. Once you get to this stage, all that's required, pour some of it over ice in a rocks glass, and I'm using my Sexy Clear ice, and then I'm garnishing it with a twist of orange peel. Oh, no, that was wrong. Okay. As I didn't dilute this in the barrel, I'm going to stir this over ice for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute it. And then I'm pouring it over ice in, fuck. There's a script. You can memorize a couple lines. Because I didn't dilute this batch when it went into the barrel, I'm going to pour over. Because I didn't dilute this batch when it went into the barrel, I'm going to pour about 90 mils over ice and stir that for 20 to 25 seconds so it gets nice and cold and we get a bit of dilution. Why did my mouth fill with spit? You could serve this up, but I'm pouring it over some of my sexy clear ice in a rocks glass and garnishing it with a twist of orange peel. Looks great on the clear ice. It did pick up a bit of color from the barrel, which I would expect after the 2 to 3 weeks I put it in there. But in terms of taste, let's see how this come out. This is still one of my favorites. This is really nice. It's got some herbal complexity. It's sweet, but the vermouth stops it from being too sweet. Also, a twist of orange peel, just getting that waft of the orange oils when you bring it up really adds to the whole thing. You don't need to go with orange as the motif. You could go with other flavors. The one I saw that was 4 equal parts used pear flavored elements. So, get creative. Whenever I come up with these things, I'm just going like, balance is what it's all about. I think this does balance quite well. So feel free to experiment and let me know if you do. Either try it my way or try it your way. I'd love to hear about it. Want to have you back here soon for some more cocktail action. Until I do see you again, I'll say cheers. That went mostly okay till I got totally tongue-tied there. All right, let's fucking go. Put this down, sit down. Sit down by the fire. Okay, put this over here. I'll put my orange light down so it doesn't trigger anyone's OCD. Have the lights be even. Oh, and I'll open this up because I like how it looks on the live streams if this is open. Oh, yeah, okay. Switch shit off. Forgot to switch anything off. Okay, and I have to put fresh batteries in the audio recorder for the Laserdisc talk coming up. Oh, why don't I put this on? And put the Home for the Elderly branding over here. There we go. We're all good in the hood. Let me sit down now. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Oh, okay. I'm going to put this here. Maybe right here. The audio recorder. Oh, actually, you've got to change the batteries before I do that. So, Lukey, slightly lighter note. Exact same tripod you found in a dumpster. Nice. You got Justin. Why is your brother's life dramatic? Or what dramatic has happened in your brother's life, I guess, is the question. Scheiße. Clumsy fool. Oh, Charlie, you're talking about the upload of Z-Box. I haven't watched it all. I actually want to get a time when I got Mrs. Angry watching it as well. I hadn't been able to organize that yet. Telling you a friend started using meth. Okay. It happens. Right. Okay. Oh. God, it's 8:25 already. My God. Where are we? Discord. Oh, why is Discord shooting itself? Okay, invite. Took me a bit longer than I wanted. Oh, showing the Morbius thing. I actually saw that Jack Quaid spoof of the Criterion. All right, Charlie, I've sent you the invite when you and I assume Mark are ready. Shows unemployed and is trying to keep up a mortgage. Well, if he's trying to do that on his own, that would be difficult, definitely. Yeah, no, I saw you said the friend was on meth. I did see that. I'm going to have some more orange peel. Why not? I'm special. I deserve it. You're going to give us 10 minutes to catch up? Thank you. Yeah, well, I want to, yes, have a little bit of chill time, see what we're all doing, what's been going down. Yes, I've never been the serious drug user. I did have a shared house. Was it 4 other people? And I was the only one not using heroin? That was fun. So what detail do you have, Loogie? Oh, was it really? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, wait, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm just trying to work things out here. And I'm going to get there. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. Right. And I like, just arbitrarily, I always have to have cherries, even if it doesn't really match the drink. Actually want to get fueled up for the Laserdisc talk. Finish this cocktail and then make a themed cocktail. For the 7th seal. Lukey waiting for the sun. Then you're going downtown for a walk. Nice. Justin, look, life is generally easier if you're not with people who are using really serious drugs, because it does fuck things up. Ooh, and ask me what it's like to have a housemate who goes into wild screaming fits because of amphetamine psychosis. That's a hoot. Fuck, this is really fucking good, actually. I'm a fucking genius. Shit, yeah. That's good. Yes, Justin. Weed and meth don't belong in the same category. I love it. Look, I just attract felons. I'm not trying to. It just happens. Yeah, well, like I said, it's weird being the only one in the house not on heroin. It's weird having someone in your house get the screaming heebies because they're suffering from amphetamine psychosis. I think they hadn't slept in 2 weeks. Oof. What other dramas did I have? Oh, in one shared house, a couple of years previously, the people who'd been living together, they actually had a housemate die. I think that was drug related. I'm trying to remember. Like they found him in the bath. It's just like, ugh. Hi, any recently found out what psychosis is? Persons jumped to a new reality other people don't inhabit. It basically is yes. And I hesitate to start using terminology, but psychosis is when you don't have a good grasp on reality, and it usually involves auditory, visual, or even just psychological hallucinations. You think things are happening that aren't happening. Psychosis is one of the more extreme mental health challenges a person can have. There's a whole bunch of reasons it can happen. It can literally be something you're born with, you have a predisposition to. It can be the result of trauma. It can be the result of drugs. Look, you've been psychotic before, and bipolar, of course, you'd be depressed if you forgot where it really was. Yeah. That's why I wanted to say psychosis is one of the more extreme mental health challenges. Depression kills people. Anxiety kills people as well. So I think I see Charlie is ready. Charlie, hello.
Hello.
Is Mark joining us for movie of the week?
I have sent the link out. So
okay, what's his favorite movie? He should
moments behind.
Yeah.
You look refreshed after a few days off from streaming.
Don't know about refresh. I went out 3 nights in a row. I don't remember the last time I did that.
Changed your peepers.
Oh, you know what friggin' happened? Friday night, I'm out with the work folks, giving them a tour of the Melbourne cocktail bars. We're in the Luau Cocktail Bar and Tiki Bar, and I drink, and something is clunk in my drink, and what the fuck is that? I thought it was a weird flat bit of ice. Okay, it's the lens from my glasses. There's a screw here that had fallen out at some point, and I didn't even know. And fortunately, I wasn't walking down the street and it dropped and scratched or crunched or whatever. It just fell into my drink. And so the rest of the night, I'm going around with only one lens, and this one's I haven't had it fixed yet. And here's Mark.
Gentlemen.
Hi, Mark.
Right. How you doing?
Before we start recording,
hit that record button, lads.
I'm gonna mix.
I know you have already, Mark.
Yeah.
Whenever I do the edit, I get your file, and I notice that you hit the record button like the moment you enter the room.
Oh yeah, no, I record. Yeah, 5 minutes before I was jumping on. Yeah. Oh, it's been a long day with the kids.
Has it? Why's that? The kids haven't been hitting each other again, have they?
Nah, they've been pretty good, but it's just always a long day, you know. On the Sunday, it's just takes it out of me, hey. But
I spent most of the day today installing kid shows.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you're going to have to sign out and then sign back into Plex to get it to work with the new kids TV program. Yeah, it's pretty good, I must say. I'm pretty impressed with it myself. I do a little bit of research to get some good stuff, and a lot of the newer shows that I never even knew existed. You know, because your kids' age group is, you know, you're not going to watch. They're not going to want to watch, you know, like the 80s shit that I grew up on. You know.
Yeah, it's hard to get them into that because all the new stuff's so clean. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do try and put on the old stuff.
Never watch 2D animated movies. They only ever like to watch 3D animated movies, Toy Story kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I do try and put it on when I can, but it's tough.
Have you seen Toy Story 5?
No, I haven't got around to that yet. I want to. I tried watching it with Johnny, but he doesn't watch feature films yet. He's still just, you know, on like 20-minute episodes and things like that on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's getting there. I've been trying to get him into The Lion King, and he's slowly getting there. You know.
I love that new episode you did with my brain has been thinking about signature songs all week. Or ever since I saw that video, which was like Friday, I think it was when you put it up.
Yeah.
It's just been a little fun game in my head,
Yeah, well, he goes
Bon
on. Not many people
Jovi,
have
Living on a
signatures.
Prayer. That was another one.
Yeah, not many people have signature songs. And I'm like, hang on a minute. Heaps of
A
musicians.
lot of people have signature songs. Yeah. Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears is her signature song. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
How are
I'm
you,
just
Andrew?
getting ready.
Is it working, Angry?
We got to give it. It takes forever to boot up since I put a
Yeah.
different memory card in. I don't know why. Give me.
That's all right. We've got this little
a
girl
minute.
wandering in the background here. I've got to wait for her to get out of the shot.
Hey, so
Angry says hi, so hello. She says hello. She's listening, but with headphones on the other computer.
all right.
So she's on delay.
All right.
Yeah, I saw
Sorry.
5, and it was really fun. Me and Sophie watched it together, and it's funny because there's been so many like shit new animated kid films lately, like what you were talking about with Super Mario Galaxy, where there was just like nothing that makes you want to watch it again at all, and don't even start me on the Minecraft movie, but then we've got
Big hit.
then you've got Toy Story 5 bringing home the bacon. It was as good as any other Toy Story movie, just about
All right.
maybe half a star less, but
Ooh, but that's high
very
praise.
solid Toy Story film that matches as good as almost
right.
as good as the rest of them. Yeah. And I also did that Supergirl, and that wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it. Everyone's bagging the shit out of it, and I kind of walked out going, "It's all right," She was good,
Yeah. I watched it too. It was fine. The negativity is just ridiculous, toxic online discourse of right-wing MRAs who don't want any movie to have a woman in it. It's
with
just
a female lead to succeed.
Yeah.
Yes. The same thing's going on at the moment with Odyssey. Yeah.
I agree completely. It wasn't great. It was fine. And Millie Alcock, who, for anyone who doesn't know, is actually Australian, plays Supergirl. She's actually quite good.
Yep. The one that annoyed me was the girl with the sword.
Yeah.
I know she was meant to, but just put her on screen less, like, yeah.
Yeah. It just wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't great.
Mm. And Jason Momoa didn't really do anything. That was another thing. The character he had,
Lobo.
you could have taken him out, and it wouldn't have really changed
Yeah.
the overall arc, of the story,
Yeah.
But it was fun. I love him. I think he's such a character. He's such a fun character. Yeah.
I saw the Backrooms. I remember you mentioned it the other week.
Yes, nice.
I really liked it.
Yeah. Today I was tossing up between Backrooms and another Thin Man movie with Nick and Nora, and I said to my other half, "What are you more in the mood for?" And she went, "No, Nick and Nora, let's go." So another.
So you're 3 into them.
I've done the first 3 Thin Man movies now.
Wow! I'm impressed. Yeah, that's awesome.
3's not as good as 2. It's still good fun, but I thought 2 was better than the first one. So, and now you seem to have uncovered some more. I thought there were 4. Now it seems like there's at least 6.
Yeah. That's what I've got on the Laserdisc as well. The box set. There's 6 of them as well. Yeah.
I will be
5.
working my way through.
5 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's still very fun. Like screwball comedy from the 1930s and 40s. I think these span the 30s and 40s. These movies.
Yep. I finished up today with I Love Boosters, and it was so good. I loved it. It followed Seventh Seal so well.
That's an interesting double feature because
Yeah. Oh,
that guy's
I don't want to
films
say anything
are
about it,
trippy.
but it's so much more than just a fashion movie.
Hmm.
The events that happen in the film are, if you love your time travel movies and space opera kind of shit, fucking brilliant film. Loved it so much. So yeah, that was my highlight of the weekend.
I feel like Boots Riley films, they tend to start off and go, okay, here's a movie, it's following this track. And somewhere between half and 3/4 of the way through, it's like, oh, we've gone crazy now. Everything's just.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a good way. He makes great films. Good social commentary, but really good fun.
But we're here today for the Seventh Seal.
Yes.
And Mark, why don't you lead the charge on this one, buddy?
Oh, well, I mean, I've seen it. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about it first. I mean, I love it. It's Ingmar Bergman.
Theme cocktail that I've christened the Black Death because it's got black raspberry liqueur in it. And also mead, which I thought was time period appropriate.
Yeah.
My other half actually brewed this mead and made the labels by hand. I think the light's flaring out the label, so you can't even see how cool the label is. But yeah, black raspberry and mead and brandy, I think it's time appropriate. Hey, I don't usually watch sequels. I thought the second Seal was the best in the series, but the Seventh Seal, they're still going. 7 movies in.
Yeah.
Movie humor.
It was definitely up there with Leonard Part 6.
Yeah.
Did you have
seriously? It was a very. It was okay. The first thing I want to say is how beautifully it was shot. I was sitting there just absolutely in awe of like how well the shadows were used, how it brought depth in the emotion, and just when there was meant to be light and joy and ease, like the strawberry and milk scene, there was, and when there was depth and pain and heartache, like the scene when he's praying what he believes is a priest. Wow, like it's a cliche, but every frame could be a piece of art on your wall. It was such a beautifully well filmed movie, but overall, it was some dark shit. As someone who thinks about death probably a little bit too much already, this was not needed in my book. I was saying to Angry, I'm 20 minutes in, and I'm already cutting a vein,
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. It's more, rather than being a traditional narrative movie, it's almost like it felt like a stage play, and it's like a meditation on life and death and the struggles in between. I think most people would be familiar with the imagery of the knight playing chess with death. That's really famous. Like, death says your time's up, and he's going, well, play me chess, and I live as long as I keep you in stalemate. And if I win the game, I don't die. But if you win, I die. Bill and Ted fans might recognize that concept of playing a game against death so you don't die.
Yeah, you sunk my battleship. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And death, that form of death, where with the cloak and the hood,
Yeah.
This look, was sort of used in so many movies, like Monty Python, The Meaning of Life. You ate the,
It's not your usual popcorn and Coke film, put it that way.
No,
but that's what I like about
something I almost completely bailed on because I wasn't prepared to take on such a dark subject. It's very hard for somebody who already thinks, like I said, too much about this already,
Yeah.
who can't control that existential dread that already exists over my own shoulders, to be faced with that for 90 minutes. Luckily, only 90 minutes. I was really surprised how short the film was, too.
Me too. I had this idea it was this Scandinavian epic that was going to run for 5 hours or something,
Yeah.
and it's only a 90-minute film.
Yeah, I love the subtle imagery in the film as well. Charlie, you mentioned about the strawberry and milk scene as well. Like in the background, there's just a skull hanging on the wagon, and it's just in the whole like most of the shot, and it's like almost like just death is still watching, throughout the whole scene, and there's lots of little subtle plays like that throughout the film and imagery that Bergman started putting into his movies.
The double meaning thing was that meant to be, the circus performer and the baby? Are they meant to be like, like Mary and Joseph and Jesus? Is that meant to be a double meaning to that as well? Because when they left, and found a new beginning, they went back to where the whole movie started at the sea, at the ocean. So that's their next chapter, like it's the next book. So I thought it was like because everything in that film was like a religion double, like even the chess moves and stuff like that. Playing the rook and the bishop as a double team, like hello, So
I think that's why it does hit home with a lot of people, because Bergman's not afraid to ask those existential questions about God, and no matter kind of what God you have, people are asking those questions. So it is confronting, like you're saying, that type of film. But it was in kind of like the 50s with Akira Kurosawa with Seven Samurai, and then you had Fellini with La Strada, Knights of Kabira, and then it was Seven Seals, kind of like the cherry on top with, what Hollywood, like, they hadn't seen these kind of films, and they were introducing these kind of films and saying, hey, look, these films are important and they're worth checking out, and it was around that time that Hollywood really started to take notice of foreign films. And I guess as myself as well, like 8.5, that when I saw that film, I was just like, wow, like, you can ask these questions, and it's not all about popcorn and Coke. You can really just, make art, and that's what it is, So
I found 8.5 is a film for filmmakers.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you attached yourself a lot to it. And Fellini, Jordan in general.
And Bergman,
and maybe Bergman as well. You're a filmmaker. You recognize things and you take importance into certain aspects of film more than what I would as a film viewer.
I mean, but before that, you had like the German expressionism of like the 20s and 30s. But apart from that, nothing really rose up internationally until like I said, the Seventh Seal, and then it was after that it was like the New Wave and things like that. But this was really kind of like the apex point of things changing. The Seventh Seal was people started to take notice.
While watching it, I had to kind of put myself in the shoes of someone in the 50s watching this as well. There are certain scenes in that film that would have hit me 500 times harder had I not been desensitized to a lot of the stuff that went on, in film since then.
Yeah. I also think that they broke it up quite well. Like, it's not one thing. Like, the central thing is the knight playing chess against death, but you had the circus performers, the tavern scene, and again, real trip stuff, like when the circus performers are doing their show and they sort of get cut off by the religious extremists who come through, who are doing crucifixion reenactments and whipping, flagellation. And it's just like the mood shifts in scene to scene are really interesting. Also, that whole reenacting the crucifixion and the flagellation still happens in the Philippines today. People still do that at Easter, which is wild.
Yeah. but as a way to show that they're sorry to God, and that they want forgiveness, and hopefully it's their pathway to heaven. That's what they believe anyway, Yeah.
Yeah, you got Max von
Um,
Sydow in there. He's really young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from
Shout out to sexy
Exorcist.
young Max
Yeah.
von Sydow. I only ever knew him
Sydow.
as an old man, but he's 30 and really handsome in this movie.
Yeah, he did a good role, and his sidekick, I think he pronounced it Gunnar Bjornstrand. I think
He was amazing. He stole the
Yeah.
show
Wild,
in my
right?
book. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors because he's done like I think around 15 films with Bergman, and all of the films most of the films that are good with Bergman have him in it a lot of the time. There's like Smiles of Summer Night, The Magician, Persona, Fanny and Alexander. He's a part of those, and he's a really good actor. In this one, he plays like a brutish kind of a role, but he plays most of the time more reserved roles, which I like as well. But yeah, he was the standout, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, often his character is a squire. Often in these sort of medieval style things where there are squires, the squires are usually young and stupid, and he's actually older than the knight and really world weary and cynical. And again, he's such a good actor. He does so well in that role.
Yeah,
And really respected by the knight.
Yes, absolutely.
Whereas Squire, you're meant to look down upon him. He was equal, in a way I found, Great film. Yeah.
The only scene I thought went too long was the carnival song when they're singing on stage. I thought that
was
too.
pretty
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
That I agree. That sort of kept going, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
could
I
have had
was
that
like-
cut off sooner by the religious people.
yeah. I was like, I don't remember it being this long. I was like, come on, move it on. But apart from that, everything else I thought was
Was this the bit that was during the scene where the blacksmith's wife is seducing
Yeah.
the actor?
When
Okay.
she runs off
Yeah.
with the actor, yeah.
Yeah.
The two who were still on stage playing the song, and they just kept going and kept going. That was a bit sort of. I'm not sure that had to go on for as long as it did.
Yeah, I just thought you could have cut that, like maybe a minute off, maybe a minute or two off.
Having said that, the film was tight. There was so
Yeah.
much happening in that film.
Yeah.
From going through the forest, and the constant cutaways back to the chess game, constant discussions about religion, the burning of the witch.
Yeah, that was
Holy
full on.
fuck, like
Yeah,
no.
there was a
tricky.
lot. They cram a lot into 90 minutes. A lot happens.
Yeah. And then I won't spoil it. I was going to go into the ending there, but for people who haven't seen it, but yeah.
Let's just do spoiler alert from here on. We're not talking about any more new movies anyway, guys. So this is just for the people that have already watched Seventh Seal. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was going to talk about the end sequence with them dancing along the horizon. Just creepy as I thought, just the dance of death, just going into the darkness. I was just like
Another bit that reminded me of Monty Python, Meaning of Life, when they all get in their cars.
Yes.
And then they start driving their cars off into heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, the whole thing is the knight's only staving off the inevitable. Like, his time is up, and we're getting to explore a few themes before death goes like, it's time.
Yeah, and why is he doing what he's doing? It was just like he's just having fun, really.
And why did everybody else die at the same time as the knight? He was fighting for himself. It was only in the last time did he say entourage.
The salmon moose. Sorry, I'm still going Monty Python.
Again, Monty Python again, yeah.
I think it's maybe accomplices, like accomplices in crime, or what are they, partners in crime? I don't know. Maybe. I haven't thought about that.
They didn't give us any reason to feel like they were being judged. The only thing that I noticed was the rape victim. You know what I'm talking about, the woman
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that came along as his house as yeah,
Yeah.
found relief in it. Everyone else was scared,
Yeah.
whereas you could see in her face she wasn't scared. She found joy in the knowing that that's over now. I don't have to feel pain, struggle, fighting anything else anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And also to what you raised earlier, I don't know that the circus performers and the baby, but the Joseph, Mary, and Jesus, that's not a stretch, but they're definitely positivity and life. You have the other people that are in the castle and death is approaching, but they went, screw this, I'm out. And they are life and hope and joy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's hell of a film.
Yeah.
It given me a lot to think about. I'm definitely going to have to watch it again. I only gave it 3 stars out of 5 because although it was beautiful and a lot to take in, it was so depressing that I can't say I enjoyed it in the sense that I know some films are meant to be depressing, and I know that makes a good quality film a lot of the time. But did I love it personally? It was too hard. It was the same with other films that I've like 28 grams. You know, as much as that film hit me, I can't watch that again now. That's too confrontational about death. You know, for me, I just
Yeah. Well, I give it a 4.5, solid 4.5 for me. It's like I said, one of the films that really kind of expanded my knowledge on what can be done with film in terms of just not all Hollywood popcorn and Coke. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I can understand the 3 because it is a different side of filmmaking, I guess. Different side of filmmaking to most movies.
I'm torn between 3 and 4 because it's exceptionally well shot, well structured, and all those things, and it is an absolutely critical film in film history. And this was one I was embarrassed I hadn't seen up till this point. It's like if you want to be a film nerd, you have to have seen The Seventh Seal.
Now I need to watch more Ingmar Bergman. What is that his name?
No, Ingmar Bergman.
Ingmar Bergman. Yeah, I need to watch more of his films. There is about like 10 years of films there that are meant to lead up to Seventh Seal. Yeah, yes.
Some recommendations would be The Virgin Spring, Smiles of Summer Night, Fanny and Alexander. Persona is pretty good, but yeah, you check that out. And probably the Magician. I'd say they're pretty solid. And then you've got lots of other ones like Wild Strawberries and that. But yeah, I'd say start with those. They're kind of my favorites. And
Wild
actually,
Strawberries was in the if you've seen this, you will like this kind of thing on Letterboxd.
And Scenes from a Marriage is that's a hard one to watch, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's just 2 characters the whole movie for about 3 hours, so it is a hard watch, but it's like I said, worth it. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, so I gave Supergirl 2 stars, and I gave the what's it called? I Love Boosters 4. I will watch that one again probably within the next couple of weeks. I love that movie so much. So yeah, that wraps up my opinion. Anyone else want to issue up any last words?
No, pretty good.
Yeah.
No. Watch Seventh Seal, pour yourself some mead, or have a big bowl of milk. That was the weirdest thing, that they shared a bowl of milk. Get some strawberries and enjoy an extremely important and influential film.
Yeah, there was... to summarize the film, Warren Zevon went on David Letterman when he found out he had cancer and only a couple of weeks left to live. And he said, enjoy every sandwich, which means embrace everything that's even the most simplest things in life.
Yeah.
And I think that film said that to me in the end,
Yeah. Well, the thing with just note here with Bergman was he was very pessimistic, and a lot of that came out through his films, and you can tell in with The Seventh Seal he's asking a lot of questions, and you can tell there's a lot of doubt in his faith, and that kind of carries through with a lot of the body of his work. And yeah, I'm a bit more optimistic than that, but I do really appreciate his work, and yeah, so worth checking out.
Yeah, life is a gift. Just enjoy it and watch some awesome movies.
Yeah.
All right. See you next time, guys. On this. Oh wait.
All right.
Wait.
I want to do it. I want to do it in the tone of The Seventh Seal. We go,
And we got to pick a
movie
next
of
week's
the
movie.
week. Movie of the week. We just talked about the movie of the week.
Before we go, what she's got to have it.
Next movie.
She's got to have it.
I'm fine. She's got to have it. I haven't seen that in yonks. I'd love to read.
We've been sitting there. I've already got them in my head. I don't need to pull them
Yeah.
out. We know what they are, right? It's the same disc as last time.
Is that the Spike Lee?
Yeah,
Spike
that's
Lee's
the
first film,
Spike
if
Lee
I'm
one.
not
Yeah,
mistaken.
All right, cool. Do that.
cool.
All right.
Sounds
Next
good.
week's movie of the week. She's got to have it.
All right. See you later, guys. Have a good one.
See you guys.
All right.
Awesome.
Dunzo.
Fucking deep video. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, my knocked together Black Death cocktail was actually really good. Brandy, mead, and black raspberry liqueur.
Yeah, Charlie, I can understand that. The three, I can understand it. Like, because Bergman, it's a lot of times I'm like, man, he's a hard watch, but for me, for some reason, I just dig it, But I can really see that. I can.
Oh, and I totally
You know.
get that you would too. Like
Yeah.
I know the kind of films you love because I've seen your film journey over the last 2 years or so now. And you can't hide what you love. It always creeps through the woodwork.
Yeah.
Hey, Angry.
Oh, you got some Mandalorian. Nice. I'm mixing it up. I got another one that was on special. Something non-alcoholic to mix things up.
But it's nice to
San
remind
Pellegrino
yourself
Blood Orange.
how lucky we are to be alive. And I feel like that's what that movie's deep down
Right.
message is, As much as how scary death is, it's also a little reminder of, God gave
Yeah.
you this fucking life, embrace it, Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Pour one out.
All
for the
right.
homies. Are we
You
doing
gonna
the
stick around for the 30 or you heading off?
I'll probably head off just because I'd like to. It's just duty
I
calls.
Yeah.
completely understand if you have
Yeah,
to
the
head
wife
off.
will be happier with you if you do go back and chill out with her. Watch
Yeah.
Toy Story with her. She'll love it.
Yeah, all right. I'll try and give it a go. As long as
Yeah,
I-
now
as long as-
Wuthering
Wuthering
Heights.
I want to watch Toy Story 5.
Put Wuthering
Yeah.
Heights on again,
Oh, she's watched Wuthering Heights like 5 times now. Like I don't.
Yeah,
even do
yeah,
that.
right.
Like,
It's stayed in the top 10 films on my Plex
and
purely
yeah,
because you guys watch it so fucking
5
often.
times with not me. Yeah, 5 times within a span of like 3 months. I haven't even done that.
When you found a movie that you love, I love Boosters. I highly recommend checking that out. That was such a surprise. I was a bit like, I don't know, but Angry talked it up. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm knocking out a new movie, let's do this one that Angry talked up, because he didn't really talk up Mandalorian. He kind of said, it's a good way to waste 2 hours, but it wasn't that memorable, right? That's what you said, isn't it, Angry? Pretty close.
Sorry, what?
You were saying about Mandalorian. It's okay. It's a good way to kill 2 hours,
yeah.
but it
It's-
wasn't
it's
amazing.
a 2-hour diversion. That's what it is.
But when you
nothing
watched,
fantastic, but it's not terrible.
But then I Love Boosters, you gave a much better rating.
Oh no, I Love Boosters is just a good and innovative film.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
maybe-
it's like, have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got that vibe, you know.
Okay. I
Yeah.
might enjoy it. I'm not sure if Katie gets into those ones as much, but I'll give it a go.
I think Boots Riley's previous. I keep forgetting the name. I think it's called "Sorry to Bother You." It's basically about people doing telemarketing, but specifically the experience of Black people working in a call center. And it's like, again, just like I Love Boosters. It's like, oh, it's going along. This is pretty cool. This is interesting. This is funny. And then somewhere between half and 3/4 of the way through, it just spirals off into a fantastical sort of wild, and it's like, man, Boots Riley, he's got an imagination.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
demon that sucked souls, was that Boots Riley?
No, that guy is the lead in Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Uh,
Well, I'm definitely going to
Like,
check out Sorry to Bother
the
You. That
demon
was really...
who's so good at performing oral
Ah!
sex on women, he sucks the life out of them.
Oh my god, that visual image of the woman floating in the air, and it's like this
It's
demon coming off him
extremely
with the
funny.
tail.
It's so bizarre and surreal, and because it's
And
just
the 3D.
yeah, boosters are people who steal high-end luxury goods and sell them cheaper in the neighborhood. And that's what it starts off with. But yeah, then there's the guy who's a demon who literally sucks the life out of women. It just gets crazy. It's so...
Oh god. I'll
Yeah,
have to
a
check
lot
it out.
more. Yeah, it just went off in a different direction than I thought it was going to be. I had no idea, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Don't forget to email me that audio file, please, Mark.
Yeah, I'll do it now. No dramas.
Legend.
All right.
Legend.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Cheers,
No
mate.
worries. See you guys.
All right. Just not to risk it, I'm going to replace my battery.
Oh yeah, good call.
You
Tell
don't
me when
mind
you're
just
ready,
waiting
I'll
2 minutes?
call you
Yeah.
again.
Chat with the gang for a minute. Yeah.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
You other brothers can't deny.
When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
Which is, again, just making me think of Donkey singing that song on the extra features of Shrek. Hello, Celtic. Thank you for the sexy shirt. Wait, what were we talking about, Letterman? Loogie dumped a bunch of cat pics in the Discord. Oh, yeah. I'm going to look at that later. Oh, sorry, just like Loogie likes the round frame glasses. Makes me look like a kindly British grandpa. All
Like
righty.
chasing me too hard. I'm curious about that comment. Being a
Tell me
Kevin
when you're
Smith
ready.
fan, I'm like, well, what's that about? Yeah, not just the actress, by the way, of Supergirl. The director was also Australian.
Is that right?
Useless fact of the day.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I love these
Yep.
little factoids.
Audio ready to
Right.
go.
Audio recording.
Oh, don't eat that now. That's crunchy noisy.
Oh yeah, it will be, wouldn't it? Yeah, don't worry.
As soon as we finish, I promise to cook dinner straight away, okay? All right. Yep. My brain's just thinking about an intro. Can you do the intro today? My brain's just
All right.
locked up. You know, like when you're trying to
Yep.
talk and it locks up? Yep.
All right. Welcome, viewers, to It's a Whole Laserdisc Thing. Charlie and I are going to review a selection of Laserdiscs, which will be going live on the Home for the Elderly website. There's bound to be some classics that you're going to want to get because they'll go like that. There's bound to be some interesting, weird ones that, hey, we need variety in our lives, but it's always interesting to go through a set. So, Charlie, what do you got for us this week?
What are you drinking tonight?
Okay, look, I'm literally on a non-alcoholic drink at the moment. This is a
okay. Yeah.
lightly flavored soda, sugar-free, because I just knocked.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of those Mandalorian ones. This isn't the Mandalorian though.
These are really yum.
I
And
like
there's no
them.
sugar.
And hey, if it's not too late and you're in Australia, check out your supermarket. If there's any left, they're going to be marked way down. Like I got
Yeah, they're on clearance.
4-pack
Yeah.
for $2 the other day. And I actually really like the flavors of them. But
So
because
good.
it wasn't a huge success, the branded merch is going out cheap.
So
Okay,
let's
let's
start
start.
off with the first film for tonight. Sidney Poitier's In the Heat of the Night.
Ooh, this is a classic. I haven't seen
Yeah,
it, but
have
I
you seen
know
this one? This is
really
a good
highly
film.
regarded classic.
Yeah, great film. This is the one where it was in the 60s and Sidney Poitier slaps a white guy. Which is like, like you weren't allowed to do that back then, Yeah, no, he slaps a sheriff. There we go. There's the sheriff. Yeah, that was a highlight in the film. But overall, it's about a murder and solving a murder. Like a good old classic, detective film.
Yeah. And Sidney Poitier
And,
just controls the screen when he's on it. He's amazing.
Wow, yeah. And he will not be budged. Everyone's like, go home. This has nothing to do with you. We don't care if this gets solved or not in this small town. We don't want to get a reputation for, for being a murder town and stuff like that. But he's like, no, I'm not leaving until I know what's going on, Yeah. All right, next up we have Jack and the Beanstalk. This is Abbott and Costello, kind of a comedy,
Abbott and Costello and Jack and the Beanstalk. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what a classic.
I haven't seen it myself, but
No.
I'm sure it's great. I haven't really given Abbott and Costello much of a go. I remember seeing the Who's on First joke, but I'm not really. I haven't just. It's not that I don't like what I've seen. It's just I never really given them much of a chance.
They did a lot of spoof films. Like that's the classic story. They did some spoof horror films as well. If you're a lover of that sort of early mid 20th century humor, you'll probably love that.
Yeah. A 80s staple.
Sequel to Romancing the Stone.
Correct. The weaker sequel, let's be honest. And I was really disappointed when you found out what the jewel was of the Nile.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really? After Romancing the Stone being this giant green stone, and then Jewel of the Nile was some dude who could do little, jokes and stuff like that, pretty much, a Muslim Jesus sort of thing,
Yeah. It's still entertaining, but it's a bit of a dip from Romancing the Stone.
Okay, I haven't seen this one, but you referenced it recently in a video.
Okay. The Other Side of Midnight. Yeah, you had the porn version of The Other Side of Midnight. And this is a sexy film. This is a mainstream sexy film.
What is The Other Side of Midnight?
I don't know. I think it means, the dark and dangerous time of the night.
I mean, just in general, the story. Oh, it's just a romance movie. Susan Sheridan. From Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay. I think it's a little bit racy.
Yeah, from Thelma and Louise. It looks racy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd have seen that one because
I haven't seen it.
When you saw The Other Side of Midnight, the porno, just got pulled out. You were very quick to join the dots, so I thought maybe you'd seen the film already. Okay.
No, just that grand tradition of doing porn versions of mainstream movies.
All right, Criterion time.
Nice.
Each week we have a Criterion disc, and this week's one is Dead Presidents.
Oh, okay. So this, there were in the 90s a couple of big black culture action films, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Dead Presidents, which is a reference to money because the money in the US all has dead presidents on it. These gangsters. This is a pretty good action film.
And this has, this is a full featured Criterion. It's not just the film that's been repressed nice. It's got tons of special features. And, the Hughes brothers have been involved in making sure it's a really good special deal. What was that movie that you saw in the Chinese cinema?
That was Set It Off. That was centered around a group of black women who were doing robberies.
Who directed that one? Set It Off. Gary Gray. Oh, I think I know that director. He did Oh, okay. Wow, he's talk about a director that's been all over the place. He did Set It Off and Be Cool and Negotiator, Law-Abiding Citizen, then the remake of The Italian Job, Friday, the comedy.
Yeah, that's another popular
and then
one about a barbershop.
Fate of the Furious. He did Fate of number 8, which is the one where they go to Dubai. I think that's the one in Dubai, and then Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, which is the NWA biopic.
Yep. All right. Coming up, we have just some normal ones for a minute or two. We got North by Northwest.
Okay, when people think Hitchcock, they tend to think Psycho or maybe Vertigo or maybe The Birds. This is great. This film is because poor bloody Cary Grant is in the middle of something and he's got no idea why. He doesn't know why all these people are trying to kill him. It's great. And the way it wraps up is incredible. This is, I think people who know this one, but if you've
the plane scene,
and you haven't seen this, it's great.
There's a funny scene that I always refer to in this film for those who have already seen it. There's this gunshot in the train station, and right before the gunshot goes off, you see a little boy go like this because he's already knows what's coming up
because they've done some takes.
Because they've done some rehearsals already. Yeah. All right. Next up is time to get down. Get down.
Harrison Ford, Patriot Games. Is this Patriot Games?
Yeah, you have permanently polluted this movie in my brain forevermore.
From
I will always.
If you want to get our reference, go on YouTube
and
search these very weird mashup videos called Emergency Broadcast Network. And because Harrison Ford at one point yells at people, "Get down!" And because when we're saying like you want to get down and boogie, they've got this really driving techno hardstyle thing with him going, "Get down, get down."
It's
just
down.
funny.
Yeah.
But that's just really good.
Now I know the song. Every time I see the cover, my brain just starts playing the song, and what I mean. Everyone knows what I mean.
Absolutely, good action film though. That one
has that problem. Next up, we have Conspiracy Theory again. This one's just in the $5 barrel. This is not an expensive. This is a very cheap little Japanese pressing.
That's a fun movie. Where exactly as it is, Mel Gibson is this taxi driver who believes in all the wild conspiracy theories. And this is pre-internet. This is 90s. And
right at the start of the internet. Roberts. There is internet in this movie. They do talk about the internet.
Very early
get on the internet, but he talks about how he sends his little he has a little monthly blog that he posts. But he sends it out manually in physical form because he knows about how corrupt the internet is. This is actually a Richard Donner film. Again, this is we've talked about Richard Donner many times before. He keeps on sneaking into these laserdiscs. Big director from back in the 90s. Another Japanese pressing. We have Dante's Peak.
This is one of those weird synchronicity films. 2 earthquake volcano films came out.
Right,
Dante's
yes.
Peak and the Tommy Lee Jones film Volcano came out at the same time. Like, what are the odds?
A lot of people say this is better.
Most
what do
people
you think? Do you like this one or?
This is probably a better overall film, but there's some stuff in the Tommy Lee Jones Volcano movie that's more fun and more action oriented. This is a bit more
I
grounded.
actually like the other one better. As much as I love Linda Hamilton and Hirsch, you know. Okay, next up we have. This is the Japanese pressing, so unlike the American one, it doesn't have the risk of rot. Eraser, the American pressing, is well known in Laserdisc circles as the most likely disc to be rotted. And rotting is when you have a problem with your picture, when there's like what looks like snow on your screen while you're trying. You know, when you're tuning in your station and you haven't quite got the perfect station, and there's fuzz on the screen. Yeah, well, that's what happens when a laserdisc is rotted, pretty much. There's also other things as well, like a helicopter noise.
Yeah.
So you know, a laserdisc identifies as a chopper.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, this is the Japanese pressing.
A lot of people seem to forget the physical media, these discs, there is a laser that is reading the surface of the disc. And so if there's some degradation of the surface, the laser will give you garbage, which is why you get the static, the snow.
And the laser is reading 2 different things at once on this too, where it's not just reading a digital 10101110, stuff like that, like a binary code. It's also reading an FM modulated signal, which is what the video is stored in. And that's why I love Laserdisc, because I've said it before in many videos before. I'll say it again. It straddles the line between analog and digital. It has the same feeling as when you go to see a movie back in the 90s before they corrected all the colors and sharpened all the images. It has this real kind of old school feel when you go to see a Laserdisc. Which can't be replicated anymore. Everyone's too eager to make it sharp and crisp and clear as possible. Yeah. Next up is Barabbas. Thank you.
Okay, so this is an old school biblical epic. That looks like Anthony Quinn plays Barabbas in this. So this is a Bible story, essentially. This is a mid-20th century Bible epic.
It looks like a bit of the old some gladiator stuff going on down here.
Yeah. So this is for lovers of those mid-20th century biblical epics.
And for those looking for $5, package stuffers,
Classic for $5.
Well, I think this is another one of those biblical movies.
Yes. That's a good double feature. Is this going in $5 or? There you go. Look, great double feature for someone who likes mid-20th century biblical epics. The Robe and
Is that
Barabbas.
Richard Burton?
Yeah. Good cast in both of them. Tony Curtis, Richard Burton.
Yeah. Okay. All right, back to the American ones again. We have Soap Dish.
So I remember this. This is a parody of making daytime soap operas. It's pretty entertaining. It was not a huge hit. It's not super fantastic. It's got a great cast, and I remember I saw this on home video back in the 90s, and it's entertaining. It's fun.
It's one of those silly things where one thing happens which leads on to a domino effect, kind of movies, Yeah. All right, double feature time. This is a
All right.
bundle time, as Tennis would call it. Okay, we have
Jaws, classic. Jaws 2. I assume that's where we were going.
Yep, that's
Um,
exactly where we're going. Yeah,
Jaws,
Jaws
is a
2 is
straight up
sealed.
good film. And Jaws 2 is
I
not
don't hate Jaws 2. I think
No.
Jaws 2 for a sequel,
Yeah.
especially back in the day when sequels never stood up to their first film.
Jaws 2 is not terrible. Jaws is just a very good film. Early Spielberg. There's a lot of innovation in it, and I'm a big fan of Jaws. And Jaws 2 is entertaining.
While I'm thinking of it, when in Disclosure Day do they mention there's a World War III?
Sorry, what?
Okay, Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
They're having an argument in the car park of a 7-Eleven, the boyfriend and girlfriend, right? The
Yeah.
main characters. I'm sorry to bring this up. I just want to pick
Go
your
for it.
brain on this. That's all. Okay, they're having an argument. He runs in to get a water and calls the doctor. All right.
Yeah.
In the meantime, she goes to the car next to her, and there's a little girl sitting in the back seat.
Yeah.
I've jogged your memory, right? You know where I'm at in the film.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, there's 100 people inside this 7-Eleven
Yeah.
grabbing supplies because the world's going to end.
Yeah.
When did they suggest that the world was? I don't remember them mentioning
No,
that
no, it's
once.
okay. Well, you're just not remembering. There were escalating tensions around the world. They kept doing news stories with China, Korea, the United States, and Europe. Like there's a scene where the weather person who's got the alien knowledge, where she's just talking to the guy in Korean about what's going on.
Right.
So
Yep.
there are repeated news stories about escalating tensions around the world. The US going to DEFCON 2. There's no outbreak of hostilities, but everything's spiraling. So people are panic buying because they think there's going to be, a major conflict. So they're all panicking.
Right. I missed all that, and I got from that bit was they panicked because she started speaking in an alien language. And
No.
that got passed around, and everybody freaked out.
No, they were running all these news stories about escalating world tensions and things moving to the brink of serious international conflict.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad they did explain it, because that was
They did.
like I was sitting there going, what? One moment everything's fine. They're in a doctor's, like they're in the hospital. Also, the FBI came to the hospital. They never showed a scene with him talking to the FBI. The FBI was always standing outside of the room.
But they weren't actually FBI at one point because she can read their mind. She goes,
Yeah, but as far as
FBI.
everyone else was aware that they were FBI, right?
Yeah.
So then she
And-
bolted, right? She got dressed and left before they could.
because she didn't want to get into the clutches of those guys who were actually from the evil company.
100% people start hoarding toilet paper. When I saw the war in Iran starting to kick off, I thought there was going to be a low run of toilet paper was going to go up in price and stuff. So we even ordered it then. Okay, sorry, I really had to just kind of pick your brain on that one.
No,
It was
that's
just,
okay.
It was sitting in the back of my head going.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger.
Is this a Ray Harryhausen stop motion one?
You know what? I think you're right. Yes, it is.
Because I just love the old Ray Harryhausen movies.
Yeah, the Jason and the Argonauts is a classic with all the skeletons, sword fighting. Yeah. Mysterious
there were
Island. I think that
two-
was another one of Ray Harryhausen's as well.
Yeah. I think there were two Sinbad movies. I think I literally saw this in a cinema.
Oh wow!
in the 70s.
I've got customers that purely look out for just Ray Harryhausen films, so I think they'll be rapt to find this, especially still sealed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of these sealed ones. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
These last few weeks, yeah. All right, this one I've never heard of. We have Jane Fonda and Robert De Niro in Stanley and Iris.
Okay. In this, Robert De Niro's character is illiterate, and Jane Fonda's character is teaching him to read. It's it's one of those very worthy. Oh, this is an emotional, and it wasn't a success. It wasn't a big hit or anything. I remember this movie. I don't think I ever watched it, and it wasn't, an all-time great. No big commercial or critical success.
Wasn't there another one that that Robert De Niro did where he couldn't read as well?
Are you thinking of the
And he
one
lived
with
he lived-
Robin Williams, where he's in a
No, that's Awakenings.
yeah.
No, this was he lived with in a small unit, and another unit had some gay people. Lived.
That's not sounding
in
familiar
Black-
to me.
Yep, played by Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's called Flawless.
Okay.
So he needs. He can't speak properly. He suffered a stroke. So Philip Seymour Hoffman, as a trans, teaches him how to speak again by using singing lessons.
Okay.
So that's just sorry. It was close, like I just didn't quite join it in my brain. That's all. Yeah. Could be okay, I guess. Say. Jane Fonda's always nice. I like Jane Fonda. I have a soft spot for
Yeah,
her,
I mean, two legends of cinema, but
Yeah, absolutely. Although Jane Fonda, I haven't really seen many movies that like have blown me away because of the film that she's in. Like maybe 9 to 5. Can you think of anything that's really blown you away that she's
Jane
done?
Fonda, Barbarella. I know that's very young Jane Fonda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she was just like she was mainstream Hollywood for like 3 decades.
Yeah, I think it's a personality thing though that's really her workout tape was a banger.
In the 80s, yeah.
Okay, moving on, we have Sleep With Me.
Okay, this one I don't know.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
I saw Eric Stoltz as one of the cast.
Yes, you did. And Eric Stoltz is also the
Moment.
producer as well. I think. So there was a video I was watching recently. I think no, I'll have to add it later. Okay, so I was watching a really interesting documentary about this film writer, and he wrote a lot of films that involved menage a trois or the difficulty of having 2 girls and 1 guy in a relationship or something, or vice versa. And he also wrote a lot of movies about gambling.
Okay.
And he was one of the 2 big names that came up when the whole what do they call it? Me Too movement came along. And I think he wrote that one as well. Okay.
Okay.
I would have had more information had I known his name, but I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. I had to kind of stop you on the halfway mark
Okay.
there. Moving on, we have Sleepless in Seattle. Tom Hanks,
Classic.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
I also have You've Got Mail in the shop as well. So if you want to go for a double feature, that's your double. Or Joe versus Volcano. That would be really cool to get as well if you can get your hands on that.
I think that's the weird left field one Tom Hanks did in his younger days. Joe versus the Volcano is a bit more weird than the other ones.
Yeah. But that was Meg Ryan as well.
Oh, I've never seen it. I'm aware of it and know that it's just a bit weird.
Tom, put this down. Tom Hanks, Meg.
But there was
Ryan
definitely that
movies.
decade where Meg Ryan was the go-to for rom-coms.
Yeah. So Joe versus Volcano, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
What a weird trio. Joe versus Volcano is one where he sacrifices himself. But yeah, let's not talk about that. This one is an absolute gem, is because it's like a chick flick that's kind of made where guys can sit through it too. Like it's one of those ones that doesn't skip a beat that makes the women happy. It makes the wife happy. But at the same time, they slip in little things for you and here and there for men, So I think it's directed by Nora Ephron, who is comes up quite often on our show.
Yeah.
Nora
Either as a
Ephron wrote,
writer or director. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a great writer. Especially she did the Look Who's Talking series. My Blue Heaven, which we've talked about before on here. Okay. An MGM musical classic, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
That is again golden age of musicals, this one.
Movies that haven't aged well.
No, this is for people who love those mid 20th century musicals, basically.
Oh, amazing dance scenes, incredible music in it. Some classic songs in this, but the storyline is a little bit cringy to watch these days.
Yeah, a little dodgy. Oh,
I think I think out of the whole seven sisters, I think one of them was, what's the word when they agreed to it? Like wasn't being taken against their will. Put it that way. Okay, next up, another Susan Sarandon film.
Okay,
this
Safe one
Passage.
I don't know.
Same.
Is she a teacher? It looks like a bunch of school kids under her.
Okay. Has fought to regain control of her shaky life. Recently estranged from her husband, played by Sam Shepard. This mother of 7 sons stands poised to pursue a whole new way of life. But then tragedy strikes. Meg is forced to re-examine everything she holds dear and face the prospect that things will never be the same. With outstanding supporting performances from Robert Sean Leonard from Dead Poets Society in The Age of Innocence and Sean Austin. Safe Passage is a stirring family drama.
There you go.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, if you're a Susan Sarandon fan, you want a family drama movie, that's for you.
It could be something that you might have rented, back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And you really enjoyed it when you saw it. Well, there it is. First time, probably last time you're going to see it pop up. Next is Smile.
Okay. This is not the recent horror film. Wow. What is this? Is this another musical?
Okay. What really happens in the beauty pageant dressing rooms besides when Donald Trump comes to visit you? Find out.
Yes.
Find out when Melanie Griffith, best known for Working Girl, strips her stuff in this darkly funny comedy set behind the scenes world of one of America's most popular pastimes.
Honestly, that
also
sounds
stars Bruce. That's Bruce Dern.
Yeah. This sounds like it might be good.
Yep. And Michael Ritchie, I know that name. He's the director. Michael Ritchie, director. And then he did. Oh, okay. Bad News Bears, The Golden Child,
Yeah.
and Fletch.
All right. So not a lot of hits, but made some
No,
film.
not really mega hit. Well, Bad News Bears was a massive hit when it came out.
Yeah, for a family
You know,
film.
the baseball team and Walter Matthau, you know that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving on. I love this film. A sealed copy of Splitting Hairs.
Right. Is that Rick Moranis?
Yes.
Yes.
And that is Eric Idle.
Yeah.
And it also has a small role played with John Cleese. This is when the babies are switched at birth, and one of them happens to be a royal.
Yeah.
And Eric Idle grows up in another family of Indians. And so he always has these Indian Bollywood dreams of taking the royal's place, you know, in England. It also has this blonde bird here. She was in the movie King Ralph.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like a related plot, even.
It wasn't a great film, I'll be honest. I think what's her name's in it too? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
All right. She
Yes.
must be young in that.
Catherine Zeta-Jones in a very early role in this too.
Yeah.
You know, stunning black bathing suit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, it was okay. As a Monty Python fan / Rick Moranis,
Mm-hmm.
you'll love it. You won't be disappointed. But at the same
No.
time, if you're going in for like a general comedy, you might go 2 out of 5. You know, like.
Okay.
But it hits all the hits for, especially an Eric Idle film.
Okay.
Okay, we're having an intermission.
Intermission.
I gotta pee.
Sophie has to pee.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I made last week's episode. It's the shortest episode ever.
Okay. Turbocharging that shit.
Still has a funny bit, though.
So are we intermissioning until Sophie comes back?
Is that okay?
That's fine. Not to put any pressure on Soph, you know.
Oh, she doesn't know. She won't know. Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, the cat's been a bit of a cameo star tonight as well, in the background.
Oh, it's a cat being popping around. Yeah, yeah. She wants to get back up on Sophie's lap.
All right.
And Suffer Disclosure Day is a newish movie. Angry and I had it out at each other about that film last week when we were talking about.
We had completely
what
opposite
episode?
views of it.
Yeah, so that episode is the what movie
Last
did we
movie
do
of the
last
week.
week? Yeah, movie of the week last week, whatever it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. I should know.
Was it Sanjuro?
No, it was Desperate Living,
Oh, right. Desperate Living. We talked about it. Okay.
which was a fun episode to do too. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Welcome back from intermission, gang. And continuing on, we have Slither.
I remember this. This is Sharon Stone after Basic Instinct, and Billy Baldwin. They're trying to make a star out of him at this point. A sliver is a tall, thin apartment building, an apartment high rise, and this is trying to be sexy, subterfuge, drama, and whatnot. It did okay. It wasn't a huge hit, but it did okay.
No, it did pretty well. One thing I remember the most out of it was UB40 did a cover of "I Can't Help Falling in Love with You," and the whole music video had scenes that was completely inspired by this film because the whole movie has spoiler alert. Billy Baldwin has a whole bunch of cameras set up in everybody's house in the block of flats, and so he was able to see and get off on a whole bunch of shit going on in everyone's house.
Likes watching other people.
It's a little bit creepy. Okay, next up,
It is a bit creepy.
we have Wing Chun, and this is starring Michelle Yeoh. Everything
Michelle
Everywhere All
Yeoh.
at Once.
Nice.
So this is a more of a documentary demonstration style about the awesomeness that is Wing Chun.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it a movie or more a documentary? Yeah.
Yeah. Opposed to what was it called? Wang Chun?
Wang Chung, everybody get down tonight.
All right. Next up, we have Judgment Night, which is better known for its soundtrack because the whole soundtrack was done where they mixed a heavy metal band with a rapper and created new metal. 7 years before it became popular on the charts back then. Judgment Night. A whole bunch of guys go to a football game and they're taking a Winnebago. And they decide to cut off the highway because there's too much traffic. And one thing leads to another and end up taking a wrong turn into a pretty down-and-out neighborhood that's controlled by Dennis Leary, who's the bad guy in this and does an amazing job as a bad guy in this, actually. Solid film. Did not do well when it came out, though.
No, I remember this. Yeah, this is really entertaining. And I love what you're saying about the soundtrack. There was this period in the 90s where so many of the films, the soundtrack would mash up a metal band with either a rap or an indie band. Like it might be rap or it might be The Cure or The Crystal Method.
There was another movie that did that. That's called Spawn. Spawn was very well known for doing the whole double thing with different mixtures of music as well. But Judgment Night was specifically metal mixed with rap. Pretty cool. Oh wow,
good film.
Funny, we were talking about this just before.
Okay, we could have made that a double feature earlier. We've got 2 Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan films tonight.
Should we make that a double feature?
That's up to you in the store. Yeah, I agree with you, though. It was super weird that they did 3 rom-coms together. That's genuinely weird.
Yeah, because they had chemistry. They had really good chemistry together on screen. Meg Ryan went through a period in the 90s where she was pretty much made a rom-com pretty much with every single male leading star that was around at the time, from Nick Cage in City of Angels to John Candy,
Billy Crystal,
Billy Crystal, yes, of course.
She was the it girl for a while.
Yeah, well, she was she was like the Sandra Bullock had the same thing as well, where it was sort of like let's team you up with or Sarah Jessica Parker. I think she went through a sort of phase like that too, where they just take an actress and an actor and put them in the same sort of genre where they fall in love and then something goes wrong and then they fall in love again. It's always the same kind of thing, but it's lovely, and people eat it up because, they keep selling like hotcakes, so that's a double now. You might have seen earlier in the film, I was talking about Sleepless in Seattle. Well, now it's a bundle.
Now it's a bundle. There we go.
Okay. I'll let you take this one, Angry. This is your home territory.
Oh, God. Once Upon a Time in America. This is... How long is this? 3 hours? 4 hours? This is so long.
Yeah, no, it's 3 hours. This is still sealed, or I would get the disc out to have a look at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a 3-hour film, I think.
This is I do love the well-made American gangster films. This one is an absolute epic. You look, if you're a laziest person, if you've liked The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino, any of the classic American gangster films, if you don't have this, you need this.
Yeah, this is directed by Sergio Leone, who's well known for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and all those kind of films.
Yeah.
It has one hell of an amazing cast like James Woods, Elizabeth Montgomery, Burt Young, Joe Pesci. Yeah, very, very solid film. It's one that you can kind of pause and then continue watching it. Maybe do just one night, just two the next, because it's a lot to take in. It's not just long, but there's a lot that happens, you know?
It's not, they're not wasting the time in this. There's not useless padding. It is an absolutely epic story, this one.
Oh,
it's a Shakespearean
it's
gangster
De Niro.
movie.
De Niro's in this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He's the headliner in it. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
All right. Speaking of Joe Pesci, we have Jimmy Hollywood.
Okay, I
this was
saw
one
this
of
when it
the.
came out. It wasn't a big hit, but this is a
No, it really
really
wasn't.
enjoyable movie. This is really enjoyable.
Pesci is enjoyable. Christian Slater makes this film. I don't know. Maybe it's the character. I don't 100% blame Christian Slater because I know he can be a great actor, but his character just puts the halt on the film every time he comes out. He's had too many hits to the head or something like that in this film. And I'm not making it up as a joke. I think actually that's what happens. He's a little slow, you know, and it kind of makes the pace of the film, but he's loyal, and that's what makes it really lovely. They're going for a slow but loyal sidekick, you know.
Yeah.
And Joe Pesci wants to be a famous star in Hollywood, and in turn, I think he creates like a terrorist group or something like that, and
which is, you know, it's classic Hollywood.
Acts it up, you know, all the threat videos, you know, those little, you know, Super 8 videos that get made, and it's, we're going to get you and you're not going to escape, and he really hams them up and stuff like that. And that's his new acting role to him because he can't get a job as an actor.
Yeah. So
it's good. It's a fun movie, but like I said, Christian Slater just slams the brakes on that film for me. You know,
So if you liked Joe Pesci in the gangster movies and you want to see him being different, like playing a comedic role, essentially, that one's worth watching.
All right. So next up, we have some Jungle Fever.
Spike Lee.
You are 100% correct.
To Do the Right Thing.
Is it now? Okay, so it's actually a sequel.
No, it's not a sequel. It was the next film he made.
Gotcha.
So this was, I remember at the time, because I am old and I was around when these films were being released. Do the Right Thing was really explosive. It's the whole race relations and whatnot, and it's the whole thing. And Spike Lee in the lead up to this is saying like, oh, if you thought Do the Right Thing was in your face, this will really blow your mind. And it's actually way more subdued than Do the Right Thing, but it is about interracial sexual relationships. And it's a good cast. It's a good movie. It's probably one of the lesser known Spike Lee films, but it's really quite good.
And Wesley Snipes is the lead actor in that one.
Yeah.
All right, which brings us to our very last movie.
Last one?
Yep. You were supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Oh, okay. Look, remakes are usually garbage, and the remake of this with Marky Mark is garbage. But this one with Michael Caine, The Italian Job, and this is such a good caper. This is such a good crime caper movie. It's really
I love that
enjoyable.
cover. And so this is the one where you might have seen, referenced a lot, is the one where the minis have a pack full of gold, and they have to drive across Rome. I think it's Rome. Is it Rome or Paris?
They
Rome.
use
And of course the Italian job. It's Rome, and they have to, and they go through lots of different places where cars don't usually drive to get from one location to the other, and outsmart the police.
They use minis. They use minis because they're such small cars and they handle really well, so they can drive the cars in places where, like, the cops pursuing them can't really go. So the minis are a central plot point, but it is. I love Michael Caine. This is a fantastic Michael Caine film.
Yeah, in the 60s, Michael Caine was a real personality to be reckoned with, and did some incredible films, which we've reviewed one of them in our history of Film of the Week.
Yes.
What one did we do? We did
his spy film.
the nerdy James Bond one.
he was the nerdy James Bond. Yes. The Ipcress file. I just remembered. I know you're looking it up.
Yep.
It was one of those things that was at the back
file.
of my mind. It was the Ipcress file. Yes.
Well, the reason I don't remember is because YouTube took it down after 2 days. That was the only episode so far that the company itself, even though I wasn't using any other footage from any other movie. It was just little samples from that film. The company that owned that film went, nope, sorry.
Some
ITV.
owners are more zealous than others.
Yep, that's the case.
All right. Well, that was a great selection tonight. Like, there were literally a couple I'd never heard of, but 75% of them I knew, and they're really good movies.
After last week, when we had a lot of movies that you and I didn't know, like the Tigress Slayer and stuff like that, I wanted to at least have a good half of the films that we knew, and by just a fluke, a lot of them, other ones there that I didn't know that you did, like the Robe and the other Japanese ones, which was great. That made it a lot better for me. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet, because that allows you to be able to comment on the videos and tell us how much we suck. No, just kidding. Please keep watching the show, and hope you enjoyed it.
And also, the whole Laserdisc thing, if there's a movie that you think's on Laserdisc and you wish you had it and you want to tell Charlie, can you get this on Laserdisc?
I probably won't be able to help you. I would love to be able to help you, but I only get my Laserdisc by the pound, and I don't get
the whole thing is
what I've got.
You never know. If someone's got like, oh, I love this film, blah, 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 blah. Is that something you have?
Oh, look.
You never know.
I'll definitely take a look. Yeah. And if not, there's a search bar in the website. Can we show the website on here?
Sure. I don't know.
Are you able to do that, or if I pull it up, maybe? Just real quick, I haven't done this before. I was just curious if we can, I can go like this, and then go share screen, and then just do like that, and then go like that, and then you can just hit share. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So this shows off, the best way to go is I always use all, and that shows all the movies from when we just recently did them to ones that, I haven't even got around to doing yet. You can always go and change it from old to new, which, is where you can find the best deals, because they've been sitting in the shop the longest, and I've lowered the price. Because every year when I do stock take, I'll bring the price down.
Nice.
Yeah. some great treats in there for you out
Yeah.
there if you haven't.
Something
Oh,
for
there's
everyone.
one of my favorites. The Invitation to Dance. That's a Gene Kelly film that he made himself. This Tommy Boy one's all rap music that came out. This Fallen movie is really cool. That's Denzel Washington, where the devil can transfer bodies by touching the next person.
Ah, yes. All right.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
that
what,
was
I'm
a
going to
good
have to
film.
sign off because I'm going to go to bed and I've got to get you these audio
Yeah,
files.
no
before we go to
worries.
bed.
See you next time, gang. Have
So
a good
see
one.
you for the next movies next week. And anyone watching the chat, I'll be back on Tuesday unless something weird happens. And I'll be in a normal, it's not a date night this week. So after missing a whole chunk of time, I'll probably do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. Who knows? Who knows? Anything could happen. But I'm going to go to bed now. So bye for now. Bye. You are totally fucked.